guys, this is Jon.
And this is Sethy.
And this is
Enduring Curiosity. On today's episode, we talk about
the top cards from 2025
some cards that I just had to show Jon.
and the dreaded Scalpers.
Hey, Jon, we're back.
Sethy, we made it. We made it back. But
This is our last episode
I was
of
gonna
the
say
season.
this is the special. This is the last episode.
Not the last episode ever, hopefully.
It is, unfortunately.
Oh, you're breaking up with me?
I'm breaking up with you to join another podcast.
My podcast bestie is now.
But now I get flashback and I'm back.
Thank God. We needed
I
him
should have said that at
back.
the end of the episode.
Well, too late now. In response, I exile that card from graveyard. I exile you from the graveyard. Go to exile.
I broke up with him, y'all, and he moved on so fast.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I mean, it is what it is. We were never together, but if I can exile from the graveyard, I will.
Wow.
I'm kidding. Wow. You're a great co-host.
Disposable. Did you see that, audience?
Disposable.
Put a thumbs up in chat if you want to hear more episodes. I know you do.
I appreciate that. Comment, like, subscribe, do the whole thing. But
do it all. First,
let's talk about 2025 as a whole, looking back at some of the best commanders and exciting commanders to you that we've had released. We made sure to wait till after Avatar.
Yep.
And so we had Aether Drift come out. We had, oh gosh, what's everything? Aether Drift. We had Tarkir come out. We had Spider-Man come out. We had Final Fantasy come out.
Fantasy.
And then Avatar.
We had a lot.
That's not in order, but yeah.
Right.
Those are the ones that came out. Lots of Secret Lair drops. Lots of everything else. So
there's
lots.
A lot.
I don't know. I would guess more than 100 commanders. Probably 200 or more.
And we're going to have to choose what we think are the three best out of all commanders that came out this year.
Yeah. We'll have to narrow it down. I do have two honorable mentions.
I also have two honorable mentions.
So we'll have 10 total cards we talk about today, but definitely such a great variety this year.
There was a lot.
Yeah.
A lot of new mechanics that I think shake things up. A lot of just feel good right out of like the gate cards.
Yeah, definitely commander mindset
cards definitely just feel good. And then like there's a lot of cards that have a lot of versatility, and I think that's what's so fun about them, and a lot of play styles. So
I do think, unfortunately, this year probably had the most dud sets in a year that I've had in a while, because Aether Drift and Spider-Man both were kind of low, like overall. Like I'd say like over like the last like 30 sets, those are probably like the lowest too, which is kind of sad. And unfortunately, neither of them make my list.
Same, yeah.
So
neither one of them made any of my list.
Yeah, so Tarkir and Final Fantasy and Avatar were really Edges of Eternity. Forgot to mention Edges of Eternity.
Did anything on that make your list?
Yes.
Same.
Okay. And so I can start with it because that's probably my honorable mention. I have two honorable mentions.
Yeah, let's do honorable mentions first.
Okay. So my one of my honorable mentions is Ragost Deaf Gastronaut.
Of course. You and Kerrigan fucking love this shrimp fried rice.
Shrimp fried rice. That's
you love this shrimp fried rice, Commander.
I think he's so funny and interesting, and I love that, like, he was a very popular commander, but not because of the power level, but because of, like, the fun and interesting side of things. I do like when they explore that space, and it's like, yeah, this guy's just a silly foodie guy, and he just, like, makes foods. Because really, at most, if you try to break him, he just, like, deals 3 damage to everyone. Yeah. Like, every turn, which is, like, really good, but also, like, not, like, the most crazy busted combo thing.
Not really, no.
Because he turns all artifacts into foods, and you can sacrifice a food and pay mana and tap him to deal 3. And so it's kind of like you got to do, and he untaps himself at the beginning of end step if you gained life. And so if you have some way to consistently make artifacts, you can consistently pay the mana to sacrifice them to gain life or however you gain life, and then also tap him, then like you can deal this 3 damage. But so it's not like crazy busted, but it is fun and it is a way to close out in the game, which I really appreciate. So like I just think he was designed very well, and I'm glad that the community received him very well.
I think he is a very silly card that like this is sometimes they make silly cards, but it's like it's a silly card, but you have to put a lot of effort to make it like viable.
Right.
This is a silly
viable.
card that is good.
Yeah.
But it's not like incredibly groundbreaking.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's good, but it's like it's tame. Mm-hmm. It's tame for what it is. It can go the distance, but also it can.
Yeah, because if you're gonna make it really strong, you need to have like a whole engine going.
Oh yeah.
And mana. Mm-hmm. So like he's fair, but like he could do. I mean, if the math is mathing, he can do 3 to every opponent 3 or 4 times a turn cycle, which will add up kind of fast. But you definitely need a lot of pieces to do that.
Very fast.
And
so if you have any of those damage doubler enchantments, you could be board wiping.
And so like there's other like
player
cards,
wiping,
right? Because there's other cards that can deal direct damage more effectively.
Oh yeah.
Even just like in mono red, but like this is fun too, and I appreciate that.
Yeah.
So that's my honorable mention.
Okay.
What's yours?
One of my honorable mentions at the bottom of my list because I am not building it, but I want to build it. This is like I want to, and then as we go upwards, it's cards I have built.
Oh, spoilers!
So one I want to build that I have not built yet is Scalpers Crystal Collector.
Oh, the Dimir dude.
He is a Dimir.
Final Fantasy.
Final Fantasy. He is 1 blue, 1 black, and he is the guy that whenever an artifact enters, he surveils 1, and then if you have 4 artifacts at the end of your at the beginning of your end step, you may bring a creature from the graveyard back to your hand. Ooh. And then if you have 8 artifacts on the battlefield at your end step, you can bring a creature back from the graveyard, but then each opponent loses life equal to that creature's mana value.
So it's like a reanimator artifact deck.
Actually, wait, is it mana value or is it power? Let me check real quick.
What Galbez do?
He is equal to that card's power.
Cool.
But still, that's very
That could
strong.
be better.
That could be way better. In fact,
yeah, it just depends on how you build the deck. But yeah, I think he's cool, and I think that like he's not crazy, but he does come out early, which is nice.
Very nice.
He does give you card advantage with the constant surveilling, which is nice.
With the constant surveilling, yes.
So he's a good card for sure.
Love that,
and he loves crystals.
And he loves crystals, which like. Me too, girl.
We need a crystal girly card.
We're crystal girlies.
That's him.
See, he's over here being like, I will destroy the world when I correlate. And I'm over here like, oh my God, don't these crystals look so pretty?
They're shiny.
He's like my big goth like baddie. And I'm over here being like the twinkle princess that's like, yeah, let's control the world.
Yeah, with their pretty crystals.
I love crystals too.
You're so funny.
I'm like, let's make a whole crystal throne. And he's like, we will use these crystals to destroy the world. We have no time for pretty thrones. And then I'm like, but don't you want to look fabulous? And he's like, I do not care about looking fabulous. And then he looks at the magazine and he's like, or do I?
Like, maybe they are kind of cute.
Maybe I do want hunky boys.
Relatable.
Okay, what's your next honorable mention?
So, maybe this is on your list, but I put Toph, the first metal bender.
She's on my list.
She is?
She is on my list.
I think that's a really fun design of a card. I mean, let's both chime in on this one. So, I think Toph is really cool. I do think I put Ragos and then also Toph because I feel like Toph can get like really sweaty if you want it to, and like do the Mindslaver loops and do like crazy things like that.
Oh, yeah.
Which I think there's definitely a space for that in the game.
The Mindslaver and the Stasis Coffin. Have you seen that?
Oh, Stasis, yeah, because it would exile itself. But since Earthbend is so generous, it gets them back even if they're
back.
So, yeah, I think that Toph's really cool, but you can still play like the creature attacking stuff, which I really like. Mm-hmm. And so I think she's a really cool card. I mean, and especially in Naya. Naya needs a lot more versatility right now because it's really just big creatures.
It really is, yeah.
So it's nice having the versatility.
It has that versatility.
Here.
I think my thing about it is that it really plays more around like artifacts that I think they're like the 1-2 drop artifacts that just do one effect, which is like if this artifact enters, it draws a card, or if this artifact enters, it creates this like germ or ally or whatever. Like those effects with Toph are so good because like when I was playing in the pre-release, when I was using Toph, I had the Kyoshi Battle Fan, which is like a 2-cost that when it enters, you create a 1/1 ally. So then I Earthbend the Kyoshi Battle Fan and then it drops off the ally, but now I have an additional blocker. If I use that as a chump blocker, it comes back tapped onto the battlefield.
Another token.
Which makes another token. It doesn't care anymore that it's tapped. It's literally attached to another token again.
That's nice.
So I make more. And that's kind of what I was thinking about.
Tough equipment?
Tough equipment.
That like make things like Formuridan or Germs or whatever?
Yes. So I'm like, what if I just made a whole deck of equipment that whenever they enter, they make tokens, and then when they drop off, I can now use them to attack with. And then I just purposely sack them so they keep coming back, and I keep making tokens.
That's cool.
And I flood the board.
So there's definitely lots of different ways. I mean, it just is all artifacts are now lands as well. And so, like, you can do really interesting things because if you earthbend them, they come back and stuff. So, like, I like that. I think it's very cool.
Oh, yeah.
And, like, even if you just want to, like, grow them and, like, give insurance on your cool artifact creature beaters, that's cool, too.
And there's a lot of artifacts, again, that are, like, 1 or 2 costs that literally do a simple thing as, like, when this artifact enters, draw a card. When this artifact leaves the battlefield, draw a card. So then earthbending and sacking that multiple times, you're getting consistent card draw, which it's not incredibly hard for red.
Yeah, card advantage is nice.
Card advantage is nice because it's not hard for Naya to do, but it's more consistent now.
Yeah. I wonder if you can play like an eggs deck too. Eggs are like where you play a lot of cheap artifacts like that, and a lot of them just like come into play. You can sacrifice it to draw a card or something, and you'll get it back into play. I mean, even like
not the eggs though.
The huevos. I mean, that's a term that comes for a deck in the past that was called eggs. It's not literally like golden egg or whatever, or like whatever card that is.
Golden eggs. That's an actual card.
Yeah, so it's like it's not about just like that specific kind of card or foods or whatever. It was before foods were even made, but yeah, just cheap artifacts that you can come into play, sacrifice, and do something with. It'll get them back, and that's just solid value.
That is very
a lot of decks need that like consistency that you can get just from having that little repeatable engine. So nice. That was my honorable mention. Was that on your main list?
That was also part of my honorable mentions because that is the deck I am definitely building, and I have the card for it. I do not have Golbez, but I have Toph, so I definitely will be building her.
Okay. What a perfect little segue then. So do you want to talk about your top threes, what made it in your list?
Are you ready?
Let's hear it.
All right. So for 3, I have not built this, but I am building it currently.
And hold on.
It's a slow build.
What's interesting, I mean, we'll talk about it when we get there, but like you've built 2 commanders from this year. So those
Only
are probably
2.
Okay.
Only 2.
I wonder what your top 2 are.
So,
wait, that means you have to order your babies. You have to pick a favorite baby.
I already did.
Okay. What's your number 3 though?
My number 3 is Kilo Apogee Mine.
Oh, Precon Commander.
A Precon Commander that I got just the commander in one of my pulls when we did the Edges of Eternity.
You lucky duck, you got the extended?
I got the extended.
Extended art. Love to see it.
I think it was, what was it? When we did the pre-release, everyone was getting their cards, and then afterwards I bought one of the collector boosters because they were pretty cheap.
Yeah.
And so I was like, yeah, why not? I'm going to buy one. So I bought one, and that's what came in. It was an extended Kilo.
Yeah, those are hard to get.
Which I was like, dang. I was like, not only does this look good, but the effect is good.
Yeah, he's a 3 cost, right? That when you tap it, you proliferate.
Mm-hmm.
Such a simple, elegant ability that you can do so much with.
There's so much potential with it.
I mean, that is a Bosco card. She played it on Game Nights.
She did play it.
Yeah.
And she won.
And she did not win. So, oh my God, spoiler alerts. Spoiler alert. Spoiler. She did a really good job, though.
Why are you crashing her party?
I'm sorry, girlie. I got your merch. Don't be mad at me.
And you weren't wearing it today.
I wore it the day that I got it.
So what's up with that?
To a metal concert.
To a metal concert.
It was pretty tough, actually.
But you didn't bring your magic cards to the metal concert.
Who would do that?
I did.
He did, actually?
No.
Okay.
But I should have.
No, we were... Whatever. But... Back to Magic the Gathering.
Anyway, I plan on building
Kilo.
this card because especially now with water bending, an extra way to tap down Kilo.
Yeah. Extra ways. I mean, just have a vehicle in there that you can always do it. There's lots of ways. Like tapping them isn't as hard as you think. I mean,
it's really not.
Even just attacking with them, if like you have options to, like, come on, just tap.
You have water bending now. I mean, you have crewing, you have stationing, like there's literally so much.
Yeah, I'm actually, now that I'm looking at my decks too, I think there's a trend here of like cards that are very versatile being popular in my mind too, because I can go to my next card. So breaking into my top 3.
Go ahead.
I put the man, the myth,
The
the baddie of Final Fantasy VII. I put Sephiroth, the mono black Sephiroth, fabled soldier, the flip one.
The black, mono black.
Yes, when he enters or attacks, you can
Nasty.
sacrifice a creature, and then if you do, you draw a card. And then when another target creature dies, target opponent loses a life, you gain a life. If it's the 4th time that's happened, you flip him into Sephiroth, one-winged angel, flying 5/5 that like gets that effect blood
You get an
artist
emblem.
as an emblem, so you can stack emblems too. And you still have when it attacks, you can sacrifice now any number of creatures and draw that many cards. So I think he's like a very beautiful, elegant. Like I like that it's a mono black deck because I do think there's a lot of complexity creep in like everything's 3-colored now, and like making everything 3-colored makes a lot of people happy. But I do want to support monocolored decks a lot more, and so that's why I had to definitely put him on. He's also very popular, and like the aristocrat thing is very fun and versatile too because you can do it in many different ways. And I think that having it on a emblem is like so exciting because that means that you can do like even risky, crazy plays of like sacrificing your blood artist if you get there, if you need to pinch out that win.
That last if you need that last activation in order to trigger him.
Right, you can do that, and like even if you get tokens later, you still have the emblem, and like he draws cards just when he enters and sacrifices things, and so like
This is pretty strong.
very consistent deck too.
And not only that, he gains you life.
Yeah, he does gain you a lot.
He gains you life. Most of the time, whenever you're casting like a cantrip or like a 2-cost spell where you lose 2, draw 2, you're losing life.
Right.
He is literally saying, "Oh, lose life, Mama. How about you gain some life?
Let's make the life swing even more. So
Let's make it harder for your enemies to catch up."
I think he's a really cool overall card, and I know he's a very popular character, and so having him mono black is really exciting. They made like some equipment that specifically work with him. I don't remember the name of it, Masamune, I think.
Yeah, Masamune.
That's
That's his signature sword.
His signature sword. So it's like that artifact goes great with him, and so like I think it's a great deck, even like as a starter deck too. Like a lot of people can build him and easily understand him and easily like pop off. So,
he is very, very strong. There's one mono black card that I think would go really well with him, in my opinion, because he's already killing stuff and drawing. But there's this card that I have called Ninja Blades. It is a artifact that is mono black, and whenever you equip it and you deal combat damage, you get to discard a card from your hand, and target opponent loses life based on the mana value of the card you discard.
that's fun.
So you not only does he draw you cards, but then let's say you have a high value card, you can discard it and make them lose more life. That's nasty. That's evil.
That's cool. That's cool. Yeah.
But that's how probably I would run him.
That's my number 3. What's your number 2?
My number 2 is a deck I have built.
So I'm not. I just want you to pick your babies.
You have fought against this many a time.
Okay.
It is Elsha,
What?
3-fold master.
Elsha, 3-fold master.
That's my Elsha who has Monk Link.
Monk Link, as I coined. So
I think I coined that.
I definitely said that before, you fool.
I don't know.
Well, because I showed you Squirrel Link, and you're like, what the heck? And I'm like, oh, well, Elsha has Monk Link. Crickets. Chirp, chirp, chirp.
Oh, wrong one. No. There it is.
Stop!
Anyway, sure. But she's when I got her precon, and I remember looking through it because the face commander that was the one with the face commander where it's like you draw cards, and then when you draw cards, you get extra effects.
It was Narset and the Dragon.
Narset and the Dragon. And I was like, this is cool, I guess, but like, I don't know if I vibe with this a whole lot. And then I saw Elsha, and it was like, trample, 1/1. I was like, what's the point of
Trample
what?
on a 1/1.
A trample on a 1/1. And then I saw prowess, and I was like, okay, but like, how good is that really? And then that's when I fell into the rabbit hole of, oh, is it? Loves playing spells. They love playing cantrips. And then once I got more into it, and I was like, oh, I just throw out cantrips and I beat the shit out of people.
It's explosive.
It's very explosive.
Because you can get a lot of prowess 1/1s, and then all of those grow so easily. So, like, you can easily have an overwhelming army.
Even if I'm, let's say I'm even, like, every time it comes back to me, let's say I'm dealing, like, 2 damage, you know? I'm dealing 2 damage. So, so first round of combat, let's say I get her out turn 3, deal 2 damage. I have now 3 monks. And then, you know, come back to me again. I now, with those 3, I cantrip and I deal another 2 damage with Elsa. Elsa. I deal.
Let it go.
Let it go. I deal another 2 damage with her. I now have 2 more. And I eventually, you know, I start building up my hand. And now I have a way to combo off. And I have, like, I play 3 spells.
Combo off. Well, I mean, just the fact that you're so growing so fast, so wide, is what's fun.
By the time I have, let's say 6 monks and Elsha, and I play, let's say I play 3 spells, right? They're all 4/4s now.
8. Oh wait, yeah.
And so 7 4/4s. That's
21 damage.
That's 28 damage, mama.
Oh my god, math.
With Elsa.
I failed. Yeah, 28 damage.
But then I cast another spell. Now they're all fucking 35 damage, mama.
And don't mind, you play spells that are like all creatures you control get +2/+0 or something.
Oh,
so
yeah.
it's like the math is mathing.
The math goes up real fast.
So yeah, it can knock out everyone at the same time.
It can knock out everyone at the same time, or in like 2 or 3 turns, the minute she comes out, if you're not paying attention, she will knock you out right then and there.
She's good.
She's very strong.
Yeah, I love that. I mean, I've seen it in action. I actually piloted it one time, and it was very good.
It was good.
I won with it.
You
Very first, I have 100% win rate on Elsha. You can't say the same.
I cannot say the same, unfortunately, because I try to play her, and everyone's like, "You're the threat," and I'm like, "They're not wrong," but at the same time, like, stop. Okay, who's your top 2? Or who's your second?
So for second, I did include a another one of the. This is actually a pre-con commander, I believe. I put Tevil, the Sultai Tevil.
Yeah. The dragon or the.
They're both dragons. Oh gosh, what is he? Tevil, the ugly little duckling. No, he's not.
What?
I don't know. No. Okay.
That's what I'm gonna start calling people I don't like.
Tevil?
Be like, ugh, I hate that Tevil.
Tevil, the balanced scale.
Yes.
And the Sultai pre-con commander. Whenever he attacks, he mill 3 cards.
He has indestructible.
He doesn't have indestructible. When he
What?
No. Girl, what Tevil has?
Oh, the dragons. Okay, sorry.
Yeah,
I was thinking of the other guy.
You're good. Yeah, when he attacks, you mill 3 and you can return a land to the graveyard to the battlefield tabbed, which is so nice. And then one or more cards leave your graveyard, create a 2/2 black zombie druid creature token.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So
That's a pretty strong effect.
He's very strong because he can make a lot of land drops happen out of nowhere, and he can make a lot of dudes out of nowhere. A lot of these 2/2s just for like having a thing leave your graveyard, whether it's exiled or reanimated or what. I think he's a very popular card in that sense. I know that my brother, his signature deck back in the day was Sidisi, who's also Sultai.
I was gonna say that's a very similar playstyle.
Yeah, and I thought it was almost like a direct comparison. They're slightly different because the old Sidisi cares about when creatures leave your are put into your graveyard, and so like you can mill creatures into your graveyard and make 2/2s. But he cares about when creatures leave your grave or when any card leaves your graveyard, he makes 2/2s. So still feels like it's in the Sultai lore and mythos of everything. And so he's a freaking 4-mana 4/4 flying, which is already menacing.
Very strong.
And so I think he's a great card. He makes 2/2s. There's a lot of support for him in Tarkir and the precon. I think he's a good card. I just think like he's very popular and very good. If I didn't hate Golgari, then I would probably build him. But Sultai especially is like drives me nuts because it's like so much easy value. I'm like, how
so much good value.
Every deck I play has graveyard hate, and that's why.
I mean,
if I'm a Sultai player, if you're a Sultai player in my presence, fear me.
He's menacing y'all.
Y'all, but also
he's being very menaced right now.
Everyone should have graveyard packages in their deck, or at least cards that can be playable from the graveyard or whatever, because that's a very strong archetype that I feel like no one interacts with.
Mama, we're very soon in 2026. We're gonna have to start talking about returning back to land hate, land destruction.
We need land destruction.
We're gonna start needing land destruction now.
I always play some land like destroy target land or like waste land or like things like that, because I need to make sure that if I see, bro, I saw a Gaia's Cradle the other day. No one had answers except for me. It's like, what do you mean you don't play anything if you see a Gaia's Cradle? Get that out of here.
Mama, thankfully you were there to deal with that Dais Cradle.
We would have all been Dias-ing.
We would have all been Diasing on the Dais on the Cradle.
Uh-huh. But that Cradle ain't got nothing on me.
That Cradle got robbed.
Exactly.
Cradle robber.
Snatched. That's my number 2. What's your... Oh, I know who your number 1 is. Zurgo.
Oh.
Your man.
Did I give it away?
Your man's.
Did I give it away? I give it away?
I mean, you give it away to him probably every night.
I was giving it away to him every night. You should have seen me with my Zurgo body pillow.
I should get you that as a gift.
I don't think it exists.
I'll make it.
That would be amazing. I would love a Zurgo body pillow.
I need to commission an artist that like draws them all like laying on the bed.
It needs to be like him in a loincloth.
Your dream will come true. I need...
It's him in a loincloth, and he's got like a really hairy pits.
Yes. Yes. Okay.
And then I'll drench it in like some kind of like
we know what you're going to drench it in.
But before I do that...
You're going to tell us about the card.
I'm going to tell you about the
Let's
card.
reel it back. Let's reel it back.
So Zurgo is a 3/3. He is Mardu. He's white, red, black. And he is whenever you attack, you mobilize. He has mobilize 1. Mobilize 1 means he makes a 1/1 red warrior creature token. And then at the end of combat, you have to sacrifice the creature token. But Zurgo says if you sacrifice a creature token, if you sacrifice a creature token and it was not in combat, you could deal 1 damage to everybody. But if it was in combat, you get to draw a card. Mommy.
Yeah, I think it's like when it leaves the battlefield in any way, right? So if it dies in combat or if it's sacrificed with the mobilize.
Or if it's sacrificed, yeah. So if let's say I swing with him, make that 1/1. If you block the 1/1 for whatever reason, I get card advantage. If you don't block and it dies at the very like the end step, you lose more life. So it's just he's so aggressive. He's essentially like Elsha. He's a little bit more mid to late game ranged, but he's like Elsha because he wants to be throwing out these tokens. He wants tokens to die, so that way I can be draining the table faster and faster and faster. And so that deck is just so fun. I mean, of course, the reason I even initially bought it were 2 different reasons.
I was about to say, what's the reason?
One,
be honest.
He's an orc, and I have a weakness.
An affinity.
An affinity.
Affinity for orcs.
Affinity for orcs.
I need to make your card that has affinity for orcs.
And it needs to be me like flirting with like Zurgo.
Yep.
Anyway, I have affinity for orcs, but also he was one of the cheaper precons at $45, mama.
Yeah, he wasn't like I think he's a great card. I mean, he's like not the face card though, right? Maybe that's why he wasn't.
I think he might have been the face card actually.
Okay,
because now looking back on it, I think he was the face card because he's on the box. But
that's the face card,
right?
Oh wait, I know. Edges of Eternity, they were kind of confusing where they put like the legendary vehicles on the box.
They put the ships,
but like the creatures were like the. I don't know.
Yeah, they were weird.
I mean, they've always made commander decks where you can have multiple options for the commander, but face card is usually better for the deck because the deck's probably like more designed around the face card.
Well, that's the thing about the Elsha is that the Elsha deck was more centered around what's her face?
Narset.
It was more centered around Narset, but her deck screamed, you want to be aggro. You want to be so fucking aggro. And then Zurgo was the same way. Like, Zurgo was the face commander, but his was the opposite, actually, where his screamed the backup commander you wanted to play, because the backup commander was the dragon, and it wasn't even the good one, which was this dragon said whenever you attack with your commander or with this dragon, you draw a card for you. Oh, sorry, no, you don't draw a card. You exile the top card of your library for each differently named token you have.
Oh, right. That's so confusing.
But I'm like, Mama, why am I making so many different tokens just so we can create this effect?
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Zergo says, literally just kill the tokens. Kill the tokens.
If they die or leave the battlefield anyway, you'll draw a card.
Draw cards.
Yeah.
Draw cards or drain the table.
Having draw in Mardu is really nice, especially if you just have to lose a token for that. Like,
Literally.
that's nothing. Like,
it's so easy to do that.
yeah, it's very good. I mean, comparing Sephiroth to this, it's like both are really good in drawing cards, which is something that you need to have in commander decks.
You do.
And so just sacking a 1/1 or whatever, or like losing 1/1, like that's worth it. And the fact that Zergo has built-in damage to everyone as well. I mean, those picks are very similar in that way.
That's why I love them both. Like, I very much felt like Elsha and Zergo, like they're basically literally two sides of the same coin. But Elsha says keep the tokens because we can beat the shit out of people with them. But Zergo says, bitch, who cares about the tokens? We're gonna drain the fuck out of the table if they die or if they live. Yeah. So it's like, it's good either way. They're both my token heavy decks, and I love them so much.
Yeah, if y'all want to hear more about his Zergo deck, we did do an episode.
We did do an episode about
where we talk about it. So check it out. Check it out.
Check it out. I could literally gush about it literally all day.
And you'll gush on him too.
And he'll gush on me. I mean,
my number one.
Who's your number one?
Is a deck that is very popular, and I can see why. We've seen a friend of ours have this deck.
So far, you've only talked about decks you have not built.
Yeah, well, I haven't built any 2025 commanders.
What's up with that?
Well, maybe I'm going to build...
What are you waiting for? Are you waiting for the one?
Maybe I'm like too picky about what I'm going to build. I mean, I've been upgrading all of my decks with new cards. Don't get me wrong. Like, I'm definitely enjoying that. I did like... Well, the Noctis I was really eyeing, especially the new one in the gift set. I'm eyeing, and that technically is 2025. So throw out random all on.
Is that your number one?
No, maybe it should have been. Oh, maybe I messed up. Well, anyways, Noctis Heir Apparent is really good, and he like cheats equipment, equips, and he like blinks himself. So maybe actually that should be my number one. But the one I actually came up with is Ishtola Knights Blessed.
Oh, that is such a good card.
The one and an Esper Cat
Really?
Warlock.
Final Fantasy won it for you?
I have two from Final Fantasy on my list.
That's true.
I mean, it was my favorite set of 2025, hands down. Not even close.
And you're such a big fan.
Yes. Yes, I am.
Oh, I thought you were going to say no, and I was going to be like, this bitch.
I am a big fan. I was so hyped for Final Fantasy literally 3 years in advance when they spoiled they're doing a collaboration. I was like hyped. And the lightning is really cool, the double damage lightning, and also the Ishin reskin with lightning is really cool.
Oh yeah, because you got a lightning, right?
I did get the Ishin, and I'm tempted to build it too, but I'm just not too sure. I mean, I think Ishin, the problem is, Hipster comes back, is that Ishin's really popular.
Is he?
So, yeah, he's like the top 5.
Is he?
Yeah.
Is it?
No. Mardu.
Oh, sorry.
Anyways, back to Ishtola, my number one for the year. I don't know if I'll build her, but I do respect that her design's very open-ended and nice. She is a precon commander as well.
Yep.
She is a 4-mana, 2/4 with Vigilance. And at the beginning of each end step, if a player lost 4 or more life, you can draw a card. And then also, when you cast a non-creature spell with mana value 3 or greater, Ishtola deals 2 damage to each opponent, and you gain 2 life. Mm-hmm. So there's so many different things that are fun about this card. Let me start with some random niche ones that I've thought about, and then we'll go more to vague. So the fact that when you cast non-creature spells with mana value 3 or greater, she does the damage. If she has lifelink, then she gains you like 8 life and stuff, like just for casting random things, and like dealing direct damage is so nice. Mm-hmm. So like it's just like crazy that you can do that. Another niche thing that, well, I mean, I say niche, but I'm sure people with Ishtola decks are like, duh, 101. But
because they're looking into this stuff.
Right. There's so many different really great synergies. The fact that at the end step, if a player lost 4 life or more this turn, that means like if you just like hurt yourself in any way, like pay mana, like pay life as a part of a cost, then you draw more cards too.
Yeah.
And it's like really, really good.
And is it on your turns or each turn?
Each.
Mama, if you have
Each end step.
Mama, if you have anything that says, yeah, what is it? What's that 4-cost enchantment? Greed? If you have greed,
yeah, you can greed and just pay 2 mana, draw 2 cards. You'll lose 4 life.
Lose 4 life.
So it's pay 2 mana, draw 3 cards.
Draw 3 cards.
Like, it's so nice. It is so nice. Like, and so versatile. She has vigilance too, and so like the very worst case, you can swing with her, deal 2 damage, and then just play something that's 3 or greater, deal 2 more damage, and that'll trigger your 4. Draw cards. So like, I love that Y'shtola is such a versatile, great card.
She's very powerful.
Like, if you have like secret sub themes you'd want to do, like you can totally do that as well.
And there's a lot of other cards that will really help you like deal extra damage. Like, she's in black, so that's a very good, a lot of cards in there with sack outlets. So you can find things that, have a blood artist. So you can sack something, deal damage to everybody. There's that one card from Edges of Eternity that is it's 1 in a black, and you can sacrifice a creature or an artifact. So if you have tokens, like artifact tokens, you can sacrifice a lot of those, deal damage to people if you have blood artists. So like, there's a lot of ways that you can get that 4 damage. It's not hard at all.
It's not hard, and like, even if you just play like a lot of like mana rocks that are 3 or more, then like you can just play like 2 mana rocks and you'll trigger her drawing cards. So it's like mana acceleration and card draw together is like the most broken thing you can do in Magic. So like, the fact that she can really turbo those together, and like, so versatile, so fun. She just strengthens so many things, but she also works towards ending the game, which I respect.
Yeah, and it's not just linked to your turn, because blue loves being
instant
like
speed stuff.
Dimir itself. Dimir loves being like, are you taking your turn? You mean our turn? We're gonna take our turn together.
I have things to do too.
Right.
So I think she's a great design card. I think she's probably the best designed card for Commander.
I understand.
2025.
I feel that. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's like my Zergo in a sense, where it's like you want to constantly be dealing a bunch of extra damage.
You can just go wide tokens and just smash things and draw cards, and it's just nice. It's just so nice.
It's a good card.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice.
That wraps up our 2025
favorite
commanders.
Yeah.
It was a good year.
It was a very good year.
Final
for
Fantasy really impressed me.
Final Fantasy impressed me. I mean, Tarkir, I absolutely love.
Yeah, Tarkir was beautiful too. I love in-universe sets. I'm glad we went to our beloved Tarkir.
I would say, though, most of the sets that I fell in love with, though, most of them are Universes Beyond, though.
Well, definitely a lot to talk about, especially in our Universes Beyond episodes. It's more and more of a topic to discuss.
More and more and more.
More and more.
More and more and more.
Well, anyways, we can move on to talking about some exciting cards that I definitely need you to see.
Am I going to snoo, or am I going to be like...
You're going to gag.
On Zergo? Enduring curiosity. Enduring curiosity.
Hey, John.
What the fuck do you want?
Why are you so hateful?
Because I haven't had my Zergo recently.
I know you're dreaming about this man, but let's change your subject. Let's change your mindset, because there's this. Since I've been playing for a long time, I've heard crazy different stories with different cards. I've heard about the wacky wild magic stuff.
Right.
I've heard it's just such a robust game that, of course, they've made cards that are like so weird and so good, so cool. None of these are unset cards.
They're real cards.
They're real cards that are tournament legal when they came out, and like they can be played. I mean, they're all legal. Well, I mean, I don't know how Vintage works, but they were basically they all were released to be intentionally played in the main game.
Okay.
And so like that's something to me that makes it even crazier. Because obviously I can show you like...
What's the range on this? Is it like more silly? Is it more serious?
So some of them are very silly. Some of them are pretty serious, like powerful. Some of them are historical cards that like made a big impact for certain reasons.
Okay.
Some of them are problematic.
Some of them are banned.
Some of them are banned. Some of them... Oh. Yeah. Some of them have physical, like... dexterity involved in using the card.
Do you have that one bitch that you had to throw it?
Oh, yeah. I do.
I knew. See, I knew.
There's this crazy cards. Okay, let's start with that one then.
Okay.
So that's Chaos Orb. It's a 2-mana
I knew
artifact. But here, this is why. So it's an artifact that you can pay 1 to flip Chaos Orb onto the playing area from a height of at least 1 foot. So you need a ruler to play this card.
Because you better not go higher than a foot.
I mean, it's at least 1 foot. So you can go higher if you want.
Oh, okay,
but 11 inches, it's not going to cut it. I know for you, the size queen, you'll know what 11 inches look like.
Zergo's nothing short.
Nothing. But at least a foot. And Chaos Orb must turn completely over at least once.
While
it's dropping. Yeah. Or it's discarded with no effect. When Chaos Orb lands, any cards in play that it touches are destroyed, as is Chaos Orb.
That is...
And so this was made intentionally for regular play. It wasn't like an unset or anything like that. And literally, it's like if it falls, it has to flip. Which is like, do I need a video recording now? Do we have to both agree that it flips? Like, if a judge comes by and like you just say it didn't flip, like, how could you prove that?
How can you prove?
You know what I mean?
You have to do it again.
You have to, which is like, then they can miss. It's like, am I always in a... So stupid, right? And there's a story. And this is probably why you heard about the story. That someone... I don't know if this is true. It's probably not true.
Okay.
A story that in a high-stakes tournament setting, someone needed it to kill multiple things. Mm-hmm. And so they took the card out of the sleeve after they paid for the effect and started shredding it into little confetti pieces that he dropped from a foot up to hit multiple things. Because there's nothing in the rules that says you can't shred your card up.
Oh my God.
Because it just says it must flip over once and whatever it lands on are destroyed.
Y'all are so sweaty that you're tearing up your cards to win.
And so that's why there's that unset card that actually makes you shred it up. But that's the story of like why Chaos Orb is so stupid. It's so interesting.
Dislike.
Yeah, Chaos Confetti is the unset card where you can shred it.
It looks exactly like the card. I think that's hilarious. I think that's hilarious.
And so I had to show you that card and like, what the heck? Magic is so ridiculous.
Magic is ridiculous.
But obviously, that falls under a category of manual dexterity cards that they don't really do that kind of thing anymore.
They don't do that anymore.
I think there's a mono red one called Starfall that has similar text, something like that. Mm-hmm. And the only manual dexterity that still exists in the game, it isn't dexterity, but basically it's the cards that would, like, you can reveal them.
Clash?
No. It's like when you draw it for turn, if it's the first card that you drew this turn, you can reveal it.
Oh, Miracle?
Miracle, that's right.
Oh, okay.
So it's like you technically...
The thing point for me.
You got it, sweetie. You got it. But it's weird because you can't put it into your hand. Because what if you have a card with Miracle in your hand already? Mm-hmm. If you draw this card, put it in your hand, and you say, oh, I drew this card for Miracle, you could have like switched the cards or whatever. And so if you're playing it, you have to keep your hand separate from what you're drawing so that you can distinctively show the one I just drew was the Miracle one. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of like a weird thing in the game, but most cards don't have you do a manual dexterity.
I was going to say, you
check.
You don't have to reveal for the Miracle, right?
You do. Well, yeah, you have to prove that it's the first card you drew that turn. Yeah.
Okay.
Because like if you have a card, like if your opening hand had a Miracle card, you can't play that like as for Miracle cost. So it has to like reveal it. Yeah.
My dad has a Miracle deck.
Oh, he does?
Mm-hmm.
Is it Esper?
Mm-hmm.
That's so cool. I love Miracle Mechanics.
It's
really cool.
It's what's her face?
Aminatu. Mm-hmm. She's cool. Okay. Another card, which is also kind of a historical card, is called Hogak, Arisen Necropolis.
Oh, I have seen this guy.
I actually wanted to build this card. You gonna read it?
It says, okay, it's a 5 cost and Grixis and Golgari. It is hybrid black and green for the other 2 pips. It's a legendary creature avatar. It's 8/8, and it says you can spend mana to you can't spend mana to cast this spell. It has Convoke and Delve, which both of those are costs you can do, but have you can essentially Delve is the one where you can
exile cards from your graveyard to pay for generic mana costs, and then
Convoke
is where you tap creatures on the battlefield, and those can cast for the colored mana costs as well. And you can cast it from your graveyard and it has trample. And so this card is really wackadoo.
Very wackadoo.
It's from Modern Horizons 1, which Modern Horizons, the sets, are very controversial and messy because the cards are very powerful and they're designed to be stronger than standard cards. They're designed to be really competitive, usually. And so very often everyone says whenever there's a new Modern Horizons set, it redefines what the modern format is because they're just so powerful.
Isn't that
cards.
funny? Because it's the Modern Horizon.
That's why they did that. They're like, we're basically changing up how Modern is played because
Which one are we up to now?
We just most recently had Modern Horizons 3. And a lot of your energy cards that you play in your energy deck are from Modern Horizons 3.
They should do Modern Horizon 4, Flashback to the Past.
Flashback to the past?
No, the past.
Why?
I don't know. It just sounds funny.
Get him on the team, y'all.
Get me on the team.
The reason why I have Hogak on this list is because... What?
Modern Horizon for everyone.
Girl, this guy's on loopy juice or something. What's going on with you?
I'm just being silly. Okay, what else?
It was just a very powerful and game-changing card. It actually had to be banned out of Modern because it was just so powerful.
Right.
And the fact that you can't even cast it normally is what's really interesting. Is you have to Convoke and Delve, and it's just a really cool card because it'll always come back, and there's a lot of combos and stuff. I think the Delve archetype is really cool, but that's a whole other story for another day.
Do they have? Remember when they made the Phyrexian mana?
Yeah.
Do they have one for colorless?
No, they've never printed a card that's colorless Phyrexian mana.
With that card?
No, this is already too powerful. It's 7 mana, but it's still too powerful.
Well, I mean, you're paying 10 life, and then you still have to pay green and black.
Okay, well, I don't know.
To get that
That's
out.
a crazy card. I don't know if you only pay life to cast it.
Isn't there a card you can pay just life in order, like a commander or something like that?
Crick is 4 and 3 3 Phyrexian hybrids, but he changed his text says any black pip you can instead use Phyrexian black hybrid. So and maybe that's what you're thinking of, but crazy card. It was a very pivotal time in history because people say that was one of the worst times in that format. And it's interesting when they print cards that powerful that shape and change everything. Kind of like Vivi in Standard.
Would you say at the time when he was released he was Vivi powered?
Yeah. Down.
Really?
Probably stronger, actually.
Really?
Yeah, he was such a powerful glue in those decks to really shut down games really fast. I mean turn 1 you can probably cheat out this guy and go crazy. It's insane what you can do.
Well, if he's your commander.
Well, this is Modern.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Never mind.
I don't think Hogak's stronger than Vivian in Commander.
Yeah.
But different format, sweetie.
How would you even
abuse it in Commander?
Yeah, because if he's your commander, then
so there's a lot of cards when you mill them or get them in your graveyard can bring creatures onto the battlefield, and so it's turbo self mill, and so you can get them out pretty early. And you pay no mana to cast them. So the turn that you get them out, you can still cast more things. And so it's really a good... and that's kind of why I was building a $50 budget Hogak deck. Because I feel even at $50 budget, he can be very powerful.
I'm surprised he doesn't have a dredge feature.
He's already pushed. Trust me, sweetie. He's already pushed. You don't need to add more things to him.
And he needs fear.
So...
Just kidding.
Speaking of the most powerful card, we have One with Nothing.
What is this?
It's a 1-cost black card.
Discard your hand.
It's an instant, just as discard your hand.
I'm sure there's some broken bullshit that can... I mean, that leads back into him. Because if you discard your hand, then you can delve your hand, and then you can bring him out. So turn 1.
Let me ask. Okay, clean slate.
Wait, no, you can't do that turn 1. No, you can. Because if you cast it, you should have drawn a card. So you'll have 8 cards. You discard your hand. You then delve it. You bring them out.
You broke one with nothing. Okay, without hearing anything that I've said,
Okay.
without knowing anything about this card's history, one with nothing, how powerful do you think this card is?
When did it come out?
It came out in Kamigawa set, so like
That was ever ago.
like early thousands, early 2000s. How powerful do you think this card is?
Wait a minute. We're stealing this. This has been done before.
Nope. Well,
No, this segment. This
Huh?
little segment we're doing here.
Oh, are we?
From CGB. He does this with a friend of his who plays Yu-Gi-Oh.
He's like, how powerful? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, you tell me though. How powerful do you think this is?
Very powerful.
Okay, why?
Because there's a lot of effects where discarding your hand gets you a lot of value nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
So like, what is it? There's not the Bone Miser. Is it Bone Miser or is it the other one?
When you discard stuff?
No, it is
Miser,
It is Bone Miser. Whenever you discard, you get value.
So
He gives you value.
people say that this is probably the worst card ever printed.
Really?
They think it's yeah. And I mean, like, it's
Well-
hard to break it, and there's really no good way to break it.
Well, how is this any different from Wheel of Fortune?
Well, Wheel of Fortune draws you 7 cards,
But you also have to discard your hand.
but you get a fresh 7. Even Wheel of Fortune with no cards in hand will still net you 7 card draw.
But
It like breaks your mind, right? I agree with you where like it
Yeah.
breaks your mind of like, wait, what? Like there has to be something crazy with it. But like it's one of those cards where it's like there really isn't anything that can break it better than anything else.
Well, the only one I can think of is that, again, because of modern cards now, we have that we have a bunch of creatures that let you sacrifice things to bring things back from the graveyard.
Mhm.
We have a lot of things.
There's a lot of good discard outlets that exist that can like discard only the things that you want discarded, you know? And like there's some of them that are repeatable, some of them that like are cheap, some of them are free actually. Fairy Macabre is a card that like lets you discard it from your hand and something else for free. And so like if you want to get a certain reanimator piece out, you can do that better with that. But like with one with nothing, you might discard your reanimating card, like your reanimate. You know what I mean? So that's why it's like it may not even be like that good. Like
maybe the way I'm thinking about it is you make a turbo ultra heavy creature deck and you purposely discard like a whole bunch of creatures in order to like Liliana Planeswalker get all creatures that are in graveyards back onto the battlefield.
yeah, Rise from the Dread.
Or purposely fill your graveyard with creatures that can get themselves out of the graveyard and stuff like that.
Yeah, interesting, right? It's just like a really weird card where it's like you think it has to be powerful. It has to be, right? But like
I mean, I feel like I could build just off that card alone. I feel like Bone Miser, give me there's a bunch of creatures that say whenever you discard a card, do ABC effects.
Well,
and so I'm like,
I'll let you research this on your own because it actually is gonna be like, whoa, like because you think there's ways, but I promise you there's better things to do the thing you're talking about.
probably.
So speaking of that, this card, there's nothing like it in the game. It's a reserve list card, which means it'll never be reprinted either.
And it's old.
And it's old as fudge. I actually think if I'm going to buy reserve list cards, I definitely want to buy one of these. I think it's like $50 or something. I'm not like a financial spec person, but it's an effect.
Audience, he's going to turn it to me and I'm going to be like, Jeweled Lotus.
Rest in peace.
Rest of me.
But Dream Halls is a 5-mana enchantment, and it says, rather than pay the mana cost for a spell, its controller may discard a card that shares a color with that spell.
Free spells?
So basically, like, yeah, you can cast anything you want as long as you discard something else that shares a color with it. And so there's nothing really like it, and it almost, like, goes against the nature of what Magic the Gathering is with, like, mana and, like, card advantage and stuff.
This is another discard thing.
It can be, yeah. It can be a great discard outlet and cheat things out for you. And, like, it's just so interesting of a card because it's, like, you're almost, like, playing, like, Uno or, like, a whole different card game. You know what I mean? Where it's, like, I have 2 of a pair, and so I can cast this for free. You know what I mean? Like, it's a really interesting design.
Like, I have 2 queens. What are you going to do now?
Yeah. Is it Go Fish where, like, you try to find matches? Yeah. It's, like, Go Fish. Like, I can... Like,
But you discard them.
yeah, like, you discard one, you play the other one. So it's like if you have 2 of the same color or 2 that match colors.
See, I don't know. I'm starting to see strategies.
Yeah, this is an exciting card. That's why I'm like Dream Halls is really cool.
I think that's a good strategy is to discard because then there's a lot of cards nowadays that care about how many card types you have in the graveyard. So imagine being like, okay, let's say you have a hand full of 4 card types, artifact, creature. It's any spell?
Any spell. And opponents can do it too.
Opponents can do it too?
If I play it, you can immediately like discard 2 green, like discard a green card and then cast your Crater Hoof. You know what I mean? Like you can. Isn't that so interesting? Like everyone can do it too. It's just so exciting.
Okay, so let's say you have creature, sorcery, instant, enchantment.
You're going for Delirium or something?
We're go for Delirium. Go home or go broke. Delirium.
Right. It's just such an exciting card. It's cool. And it's like, I want to draw a lot of cards, but I also want to make sure my colors match. But I also want to make sure that, like, I'm cheating things at a better rate than my opponents are cheating things. And, like, what if they just cheat out a removal spell in response to this? Like, maybe I need to have a lot of things in hand before I play this.
Mama, I don't know. Demir with discard strategy, I think this is strong. This sounds strong to me.
This is strong. It's a very crazy effect.
Yeah.
This whole list ranges in power level by a lot.
This one and the last one that you showed me with the discard strategy.
Yeah, I don't know if one with nothing's that strong, but
no, but but the way I see it is like, okay, so what's her name? Moldrotha. Moldrotha.
Okay. Moldred.
Moldrotha.
Mama Moldy.
You pay the 1. You discard all permanents from your hand. You get to play 1 permanent of each type.
But John, they're better in your hand. You can still cast them from your hand.
But what if you have effects that you want to play them from the graveyard?
Right. See,
there's that 1 green from Ether Drift. That there's a 1 and a green. It's from Ether Drift, and it says whenever a card leaves your graveyard, gain a life.
Yeah.
So
it's interesting.
That card too.
Dream Halls with it. Yeah.
Discard 1 permanent to put out another stronger permanent, then play that permanent from the graveyard.
Oh, with Mildrotha, that cooks actually, because you'll discard a card. And it's like you get to basically cast the discarded card with another card from your hand. Yeah, that's cooking. That's actually really genius.
But I think if I were to super make Mildrotha, no instants, no sorceries.
Why?
It would be because you want to get
permanents only.
Permanents only.
Sure.
Maximum value.
Yeah. Or just play a lot of like regrowthy creatures. That's why I like Deathwinder or Skullwinder. That like snake that's like 2 people can bring back things to their hand. I love that. Ew!
What?
You're a sneaky snake. It's the hissing for me that's so funny. Okay,
what's next?
I want you to read this card.
Okay, Force of Savagery. It's a...
Keep reading.
It's a 2 and a green. Trample, creature, elemental. Can I read the flavor text?
Read as much as you want.
Life cannot be created and then abandoned. It must be nurtured and fed so that it may express its ripened might. So, that being said...
What are you laughing about?
This is an 8/0 cost creature.
0 toughness.
0 toughness, so the minute it comes out, it dies.
Yeah. You gotta nature it, like Fraley says in the flavor text.
So if you don't have an effect that immediately gives it like any toughness, like a counter something,
she dies.
It's dead, regardless of the fact that it's 3 for an 8, which is pretty good usually. But
what are your thoughts? Isn't it kind of crazy, kind of funny?
This to me is okay. This to me is bad.
Okay.
This to me is bad.
It probably is just bad. I don't think it's... I mean, especially with power creep, there's a lot better creatures for low cost that are high power.
This to me is bad.
Yeah.
This says bad to me. This I look at...
But it got a good laugh out of you.
It got a real good laugh out of me. Because I was like, oh, it looks really strong. And then I saw...
like, wow, 8 power for 3 mana and trample? 0 toughness.
This is one of those cards that you play it and then you gift it to your opponent just to be like,
you don't have a way to give its toughness up.
It's dead now.
Yeah, like you need an anthem out. You need something to make it work. Out. Yeah, so I just thought that was a funny, quick little guy.
That is silly. That is very silly.
This one is kind of hard to evaluate. It's called Serum Powder. 3 generic mana for a mana rock. It taps for 0.
A mana rock. I love mana rocks.
But let me read you that effect that it has.
Okay.
Anytime you could mulligan and Serum Powder is in your hand, you may exile all the cards from your hand, then draw that many cards. So this effect comes into play before you even start the game. It's while you're deciding to keep hands. Okay?
You exile them?
And so...
You don't get to play them?
No. Well, okay. Yeah, so technically you're exiling...
You're exiling 7 cards.
Yeah. So, like, the way that this works is that if you have a hand that you pulled, like, draw 7 or whatever, and this is in it, if you don't like the hand, you can basically kind of get a free mulligan, but kind of not, because you basically have to... I think the way that this works is you have to decide to keep the hand that has the serum powder in it, and then you pitch it and draw another 7.
Your hand?
Yeah, you pitch the hand that you have and draw another. But if you mulligan lower, like let's say you mulligan to 5 and this is in it, you would pitch the 5 and draw 5.
Oh.
So it's kind of a really weird card because it's like before, like, I mean, you know about some of like the pre-game action cards, like the ley lines and stuff.
Right.
This is kind of like in a really weird timing of like kind of pre-game, kind of not. You don't like this card. It makes you mad.
It's strange.
Isn't it really strange?
I feel like this is like a card that you're like, I don't like my hand and I need a free mulligan. And if you play in a group that's like, no free mulligans, and you're like, I want a free mulligan. This is, you play this one card just so you can have a free mulligan, just in case you draw it.
Yeah, if you have it in your 7 or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, but isn't that such a weird-ass effect? Like,
it's very weird. A definitely very situational card.
Yeah. I mean, 3-mana Mana Rock is kind of like fading out of the spotlight nowadays.
Really?
It used to be really good to have 3-mana Mana Rocks back in
Well,
10
I
years
think
ago.
the reason, to me, 3 mana rocks that produce colorless, those are fading.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Oh,
there's definitely some really good 3-mana rocks that do other things too.
You're right.
But yeah.
A 3 mana rock should do one of 2 things. It should either A, get you any color, or B, get you any color and do an extra effect.
It definitely needs to do an extra effect because Manolith is a 3-mana tap for any color, and I don't think that's good enough in Modern Commander to really. I mean, it's not like the worst thing, but it's not good enough.
What's the one that's? I think it's 3, but it's colorless. But every time you tap it, you gain a life.
A Pristine Talisman?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, if you have some life
that
gains
one's
energies.
If in life gain, that's good. And colorless, fine.
I don't even know if I'd play that, but it definitely has synergy. If you can squeak synergy into everything you're doing, is usually better than not. So
I would play that in my shrimp fried rice deck.
Your shrimp fried rice?
Shrimp fried rice.
That's cute. Okay. Next card is Capricopian.
Okay.
It's a X and a green.
Okay.
0/0. But it enters the battlefield with X +1/+1 counters on it.
Okay. Sounds good so far.
And has an activated ability where you can pay 2 mana. Well, let me start with this important detail. Only the player that Capricopian is attacking may activate this ability, and only during declare attacker's step. And the ability is pay 2, put a +1/+1 counter on it, then you may reselect which player it's attacking.
Ooh.
And so if I have like a 7/7
like
Goat Hydra swinging at you, you could say, nope, I'm paying 2, and it's actually swinging at player 3 now. And then player 3 can be like, not me. I'm paying 2 more, swing it back at John.
I think this would go so well in Jake's Yurlock deck.
It's just it's a really interesting card.
That's a very interesting card. I like that.
And it's like people can choose like, no, not me, get it away from me. No, not me.
Wait, but you have
it's like hot potato.
You have to pay green though?
The person that it's attacking has to pay 2 colorless mana.
Oh, 2 colors. Okay, that's better.
Mm-hmm. So anyone that, if you have 2 mana up, you can redirect it to someone else.
But it can only be paid while it's attacking?
Right. You can only like switch it from someone else while
That's so good.
You think?
That is so good.
I think it's a more funny card than it is like really good.
I think it's good.
I think it's fun.
I think it's a good card because that opens up the door, again, more politics.
Mm-hmm. I love politics.
More politicking. No, that's good because the card that I was going to get Jake, again, it's about politicking. And the 2 cards that I showed you, I have one of them already.
What are they talking about? I don't remember.
One of them's Warmonger.
Basically, what they do is that anyone can pay mana into it to
deal 1 damage. So the Warmonger one is red. It's 3 and a red. You can pay 2 generic mana, and it can deal 1 damage to each creature without flying. So here's the thing about that.
It's basically just like when Werq gives people mana, they can decide if they want to put the mana into that.
Yes.
So it's like, damn it if you do put mana into that, you have to damage to players.
It deals 1 damage to each creature without flying, and it deals 1 damage to each player.
Right.
So the thing about that makes it so fun is because Werq is already going to burn you for 3. So then you're like, okay, well, I'm going to spend 2 of that, burn everybody for 1, then I'll only get burned 1. But if everyone else is like, oh, I'm going to do that too, mama, everyone's going to get burned, and then you're going to board wipe the whole board.
Either all the flyers or not the flyers. I do agree that's really fun. I do think that like maybe if you play against it a lot, you kind of have it figured out.
Right.
Which I think is the problem if you if you intend to have Werq, give them the mana to do that. But I do think it's really interesting. Definitely a great talking point of a card.
Oh, yeah.
Just like, well, I have 3 more cards left. And I'll start with Wish first.
Okay.
2 and a red. And it represents a card effect that is ubiquitous. There's maybe like 5 or 6 other cards, like Burning Wish and whatever. But it's just a 3 mana sorcery. You may play a card you own from outside the game this turn.
Oh, these are banned cards.
So they're not banned.
Oh.
They're just not, they just don't do anything in Commander.
Oh, yeah.
But not everything is Commander, sweetie.
Well, here's my thought process. I think when they say cards like this, to format it to Commander, it's just a tutor. That's the way I see it.
There are effects, I know that it's 2 different effects technically. And so I don't think it should just generically be said that if it refers to outside the game, it means tutor, because there's a lot of good tutors, a lot of good wish cards. But I see what you're saying, where it's like if it's not useful in Commander, then it's kind of annoying. That's just like a dead card. But it's interesting because in other formats, and I want to shout out Kitchen Table players because they don't do how this card's normally run. Like they can just grab it from any card from their backpack or whatever and just play it. But the way that it's used in other formats is that if it says from outside the game, it refers to your sideboard.
Right. And
sideboards are cards you can switch in between games.
And that works for, I think, those other formats. But I think for Commander, I would literally just treat this as a tutor.
Sure, whatever. I wouldn't change the rules just to make cards better in Commander, but it is currently a pretty useless card in Commander.
True.
So
I'd agree. Useless.
Second to last card. I think the last card's going to spark a lot of discussion, which is interesting. But Panglacial Worm is my second to last card. I'll let you read it because it's kind of weird. It's a 7 drop, though.
It's ugly.
It's a worm. Would you love me if I was a worm?
Not like this.
Nah, Panglacial Worm.
Okay, it's 5 generic and 2 green. It has trample. While you're searching your library, you may play this creature from your library. Interesting.
The way he looked at me, y'all.
Interesting. How do I delete a card?
So this card's known for being very confusing for rules.
Okay, so what does that mean, though? So, let's say...
I'll give you a common scenario. Let's just say you have 7 mana and you draw a fetch land.
Okay.
You can play your fetch land, tap it, crack it, search your library for another land.
If it pops up?
No. The fact that it's in your deck means that you can just grab it and cast it for 7 while you're searching for your fetch land.
That's nuts.
Isn't it? If you're playing Kodama's Reach, you're searching for a land, you can also play that too.
That is nuts.
Isn't it kind of interesting?
Nutty.
It's kind of cool, huh?
This is kind of nutty,
It's
mama.
basically like any tutor effect or search your library effect turns into
But what
card
happens
advantage.
if someone plays Opposition Agent?
They could cast this... actually, I don't know. You see what I mean? The rules is confusing as flip. It's confusing.
So then you search your library, but then you're not searching your library. Now your opponent's searching your library.
They control you while you're searching your library.
They control you while you search your library.
So can they cast this for you? They wouldn't be able to cast it.
Or can they just...
I don't know, right?
I don't know.
But it's a really weird-ass, fuck-ass card. That's like, I'm here in the deck too. Don't forget about me.
Don't forget about me. Is this the only card of its type?
Only card that says that you can cast it while searching your library, yeah.
That's crazy.
It's so weird, huh?
That's crazy.
I think it's cool. I think it's cool that they even did this.
I'll give them points for trying something new.
Okay.
I'll give them points for trying something new.
And, oh, by the way, I think that's from Ice Age. But, okay, this last card
Last card?
isn't wacky,
Okay.
but it's very interesting, the history behind it.
Okay.
So it's called Golos Tireless Pilgrim. It's 5 generic mana for a legendary artifact creature scout. When it enters the battlefield...
Oh, this bitch is banned.
Yeah. When it enters the battlefield, you may search your library for a land card, put it onto the battlefield tab, then shuffle your library. And it also has 2 in Werq, so 7 mana total, 1 of each color. To exile the top 3 cards of your library, you may play them this turn without paying their mana costs. And it's a 3/5. So the reason why I included this card on the list is because it got banned in Commander in a time where most cards were not banned in Commander.
Right.
Like they were very hesitant to ban cards from Commander. This card came out in a core set Magic 20, the core set, so 2019, and it immediately became the #1 most played Commander. And it immediately was so ubiquitous that even people like on the Command Zone and other content creators would say, on average, every game will have a Golos in it because it was that popular.
In Commander?
Yes.
So everyone was playing Werq?
Everyone was playing Werq, and that actually plays into the reason why it was so popular. Because back then, even 2019...
Nobody was playing Werq.
No. It wasn't popular to play Werq because there wasn't that many Werq commanders. There was Dragon in 2017.
Right.
But and there was some other Werq cards, don't get me wrong, but it was just this card was a stand-in for play anything you want in any color you want, and he will help make sure you fix your mana for you if you get confused, or if you want to find your best cool land card, like your Gaia's Cradle, it'll find it for you.
Mm-hmm.
And it was very unique because it was colorless and easy to cast. And so
Well, how much was it? He's a 5?
5 cost for a 3/5 that tutors a land, and then he also has that activated ability. And so objectively, he's not even powerful. Objectively, it's not even like he is a menace to the format.
Right.
But it was just because there wasn't many good options for 5 color, and it just became so popular so fast because people were just I want to build whatever deck I want. And at the time, something called Secret Commander was also very popular, where I wanted to play my really cool monocolored card, but I want to play it with other colors. And so I'm going to play a multicolored deck that finds that cool card that I want and play it with other things. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So there's this huge fuck-ass essay.
Who did that?
I pulled up this essay that they wrote about why they banned this card.
Oh, Wizards of the Coast?
Technically, it was the
Guild?
advisor committee at the time.
The Azorius Advisor Committee?
Basically, right? Basically. And so I found that because I wanted to kind of mention why they decided to ban it. Because,
What'd they say?
like I said, it wasn't popular. It was popular, but it wasn't powerful. So it's very interesting to see why they would do that. So basically, what the Commander Advisory Group said in regards to why they're banning this card was that they banned him because he was extremely popular and because he dominated, they said, lower to mid power play groups, and it limited commander diversity. They said that it's just really good. It's a good ramp, good card advantage, and it's really easy 5-color deck because it's colorless. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And they said something like, it's generically superior choice to most commanders, leading to unhealthy gameplay patterns. And so they banned it. Isn't that so interesting?
I don't know if I agree.
Well, especially nowadays, because I think what happened is that people at Wizard of the Coast saw how popular the 5-color generic powerful card was, right?
Right.
And so I think in response to it getting popular, they added to the timeline all these different 5-color colorless cards to be commanders, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so it suddenly became an MO in Wizards design of let's include easy to cast cards that are 5 colors. I mean, Kenrith, the mono white one that has all the 5 colors and things it can do, blew up, right? I know that even nowadays, all these, I mean, they made like Cody, which is a colorless one that like is 5 color and an activated ability.
Right.
Morphon, which is also colorless, that can let you play any tribal deck. And nowadays, in every set, I talk about this with you, especially in Universe Beyond sets, there's a card that is 5 color commander identity, but usually is easier to cast than the 5 colors is. And it's just meant basically to like let the people play whatever they want in that commander deck. It's not like the commander deck has to be played a certain way. It's just very generic, powerful. And so I think it's like a very interesting piece of Magic history of like this card shaped not only commander games and the commander tables, it shaped Wizards' design philosophy forever. It changed how people look at 5 color decks forever.
I think I would say that this is another discussion that we could later have about just the idea behind why we ban cards. Because to me, maybe, when was this?
This was in 2019, I think.
2019?
Yeah. Well, it came out in 2019. I think they banned it in the same year. Which is like, were they hasty on doing that? And like nowadays, if Golos came out, they definitely would not ban it.
I was going to say, if it came out now, I don't think it's ban worthy.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, if anything, sure, searching for a singular land, yeah, sure, that could be great because we've got a lot of really great lands nowadays. But even then, 5 costs to search for one land, and if you don't have, say, a Gaia's Cradle, then like, or the other one, which is the planet, which is the green
Gaia's
planet.
Cradle, yeah, planet.
Secondary planet, its cousin. If you don't got either one of those, then like...
Well, there's still some other really good lands, like, I forgot. The one that makes zombies and the one that makes Merit Lage and whatever, right? But, and they actually did kind of revisit this idea, and I remember talking to someone about it, but Gladiolus in the Final Fantasy set is a 6 cost that search for a land, just like him, and does other landfall things. But that wasn't even looked at even closely like Golos was.
Well, and see, then my thing is that if, let's say they had not banned it...
He would be the number 1 most popular card.
He would be one of the most popular cards, but also I think the thing is that it would have sped up people doing land destruction.
Yeah,
I would think it would have sped it up because he would have tutored for it, right? So that means
every deck had to play something to
every
interact.
Deck would need a crazy powerful...
Command Zone said this card was on average 1 out of 4 players in every commander game they were playing. Like, I'm telling you, John, this was a very popular card. Isn't it such interesting, though?
That is interesting.
And I think it's nuanced that you're coming into this as someone who started playing nowadays, because you're seeing it on the end of all of the changing it had effects on. You know what I mean?
Mama, I think they still killed my bird.
Oh, Nadu?
Nadu.
Well, Nadu was also problematic, but...
Well, Nadu, they didn't even test him.
Pretty much,
they were like, he does this, and they're like, okay, approved.
I seriously think what it was is like they're like, oh, he did this one thing, and they're like, wait, we got to make different cards powerful. So they went through a list of like different cards to make powerful, do some tweaks right before they went out, and they're like, oh, we should have tested that before we tweaked it and sent it out. But I don't know. I just wanted to end on that because I thought that Golos is a very interesting card, like in the shape of what Magic is nowadays.
I think he's strong, and I'm sure there's a bunch of blinking strategies, of course, that you could get all the lands you want to get. But like in a 5-color deck, he costs 5 first off to begin with. He's colorless.
Right. I'm not saying he's powerful.
Right.
Especially because Magic has gotten way more powerful.
Yeah.
Again, he was banned because he was popular because he made any deck be 5 colors, and you can do it like any color.
But I don't think that's a good enough reason to ban him.
Back then it was, because that wasn't a thing back then. It's just now, the thing is that literally Wizards of the Coast saw what they did in banning it and were like, actually, since that was so popular, just do so many more of those that they can't ban all of them.
Yeah, I think maybe their judgment was too hasty.
Could be, yeah.
I think
If they released a card nowadays that was that popular, like every table had it, do you think it should be banned?
No.
Okay.
Because here's my thing. They've now been leaning into a different archetype, which is make the broken cards, give them to people, let them play them,
Yeah.
and then...
Is that worse?
And then when it is worse, because then after the heat of like, oh, they had their sun, they had their spotlight, then they ban it.
Well, that was only Nadu. Well, Vivi's banned in Standard, but not in Commander.
I know, but still, they still banned them.
I do think it's problematic making really powerful cards to sell sets and then ruining the Standard formats or the Modern format and then banning it after it's been a menace, after it's sold a lot of packs.
Yes.
But yeah, Golos is the blueprint, kind of.
Kind of, yeah. But I think they were a little too hasty on it because in reality, like, what he would have done if they kept him around, it just would have meant that people build more land destruction. Which nowadays, now we're literally talking about there's too many powerful lands out nowadays.
Yeah, I do think maybe in our next season we should have an episode. I put it on our list of, like, consistency in decks, and that includes consistent types of removal and stuff. But this is the 10 fun cards I wanted to show you. Are you pleased? Are you clapping or are you fapping? You got to tell the audience.
Listen, let your imagination run wild. Some of them were definitely interesting.
Some
of them.
Like,
some of them I was like, well, some of them were interesting because I was like, no, these seem broken. And then some of them were interesting because I'm like, this is an interesting play style that I wish they did more of. And then some of them I was like, what the fuck is this?
Right. It wasn't just like all powerful cards. It wasn't just all cool cards. I included things I think were interesting discussion points too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
But cool.
Nice.
And that wraps up today's segment. We still got to talk about something that makes you mad. That makes me mad too.
We need to talk about it very quickly.
Scalpers! Enduring curiosity. Enduring curiosity. We've said many times and talked many times about scalpers and how they're frustrating, how they exist not just in Magic. And I know that you really wanted to like have just a clean segment of an episode, just to really hash out on it and be done with scalpers. So let's hear it because I hate them too. I think they're problematic too, and they're not fun.
I'll say one thing.
You got him with that one. You got him. No more scalpers ever again.
I obviously like. This is something that evolves beyond Magic. It evolves beyond like the community. It evolves beyond like the whole trope of trading card games. Like it's becoming a community thing. Like it's becoming a problem that is so invasive in every single community that it is making any hobby that has any like sort of inclusion feel oppressive if you are not like at the forebears, at the fences every single moment, every single time something inclusive comes out.
So to kind of define what we're talking about, scalpers are people or organizations or technically even game stores too, who basically
you hate to see it from a game store.
Buy out something in place of someone else with the intention of reselling it at a significantly higher price on the secondary market.
In order to make monetary value.
Just to profit on it. Just to profit on basically having a scarcity on something so that you know that you can charge individual people higher than what you paid for, make that money. And so most of the time it's individual people that just like know how to work systems. I mean, with Pokemon, people like buy out Pokemon cards of these machines and just like stock up on them and then sell them online. But individuals do that too with like secret lair products where they just like buy like 5 copies of a secret lair because they want to sell them all.
Right.
Game stores can do this. I mean, support your local game store when you can and when it's reasonable.
Right.
Because I mean, we recently heard that a neighboring game store was charging $70 for Avatar pre-release.
When the one we went to was charging $35.
Right, because Wizard of the Coast suggests a retail price to the game stores and for their secret layers and for their products. And that's the assumption is that if we all are in this together, if everyone pays this much to buy the product to sell it for how much they recommend you to sell it, then that's how the thing should be, right? But, of course, Magic the Gathering is known for artificial FOMO, making people rabid and wanting to buy things even if it's twice the price or whatever.
Yep.
That it leads to these people, I mean, unfortunately, these bad actors who will intentionally make things harder to get because they know they can get more money for it. Not even because, that's what it should be. It's literally just to get as much money squeezed out of people as they can.
It's literally people who, or it's regardless of whether they're even interested in the hobby or not, they're looking to make a business out of buying things that they know are limited and making money off people being desperate enough to want to be included in whatever limited available merchandise that it is.
Yeah.
So you're seeing it in Magic, we see it in Pokemon, we see it in all trading card games, but it's getting so bad that it is expanding beyond that. It's now getting to the point where it's like, oh, if you want certain appliances, you might not even find these appliances because now people are like, oh, this appliance went on sale, so now I'm going to buy them at their discounted price, and then I'm going to mark them up for 50 to 75% more value than they're even worth. Or it's getting bad. I just saw someone I saw someone Bluey not too long ago about books, about authors' Scalping books.
And the thing is that scalpers are having a lot of efficiency in the hobby space because a lot of times people that are really involved in their hobbies really care about certain things and really care about limited edition box sets, care a lot about things that are like a one-time purchase that like is really special in that moment. And so the scalpers, vulture in and they capitalize on those enjoyment feelings that people of a hobby really passionately love.
Right. If you really love knitting and there's like a certain company that you love and they make any kind of like, hey, this is like a limited time, we're going to show you how to make a rhino. And they buy up all the rhinos, and now suddenly you don't have any rhinos to make.
Not my rhinoceros.
No!
I know that in the concert space, they're very popular.
Oh, my God, the tickets.
That's where they're known for mostly, is like buying out ticket sales and then reselling them.
I wonder if tickets came first and then it was trading cards.
I think concerts are probably like the origin of scalpers, probably, if I had to like name a thing.
Yeah.
But...
I would say tickets, yeah.
Right, because that's like it's only one time they're going to be in your town or one time they're going to be in your state or whatever. And it's like you have to, for this one tour, for this one album or for whatever, that's the only time you can get it.
That's the only time you're going to get it.
And so that means that it's the perfect thing for them to like charge you double. Like buy it first, charge you double. And they have tactics, right? They have ways, they have scam bots, they have like ways to buy out things in ways that the average person doesn't have. And so... it works, and it makes them a lot of money. And, like, I do applaud a lot of, like, companies and sites are trying to, like, do anti-scalper things and, like, limit purchase amounts.
I think we need to be more vigilant a little bit. I think we need to be it's not going to be perfect, but we should start making bigger leaps to try to stop scalping. I know some stores are really, really gracious with like how they do it, where they're like, okay, here's what we can do. We'll sell it to you at our store value, which may be lower than the
Scalpers the other game stores that charge higher.
Yeah, it may be a lower price than other stores, but you have to open it in front of us, which defeats the purpose for scalpers because they're trying to resell it. Right. So they don't want to open it in front.
Right. They don't want to resell something that's opened already.
Exactly.
And so, I've seen game stores do that where, like, we will show you that it's unopened, and then we'll have to cut open the packaging right in front of you.
And we'll sell it at our store price rather than what it needs to be sold at. Or if you want it unopened, we'll sell it to you at what everyone else is supposedly buying it at. Which I'm like, that's a great way to stop scalpers. Right. But... every store would have to be doing it, and then you would have to find a way to do it online.
Right, because people know not to buy opened products. I mean, that's obvious, especially trading cards and like packs and stuff. They can reseal those and stuff. So be very careful. And I think ultimately good solid advice is that support your local game stores that are being honest and are selling things at MSRP.
But also hold them accountable.
Yeah,
Hold them accountable.
Let them know, like, hey, that's like you're charging higher than what like it should be. I can't buy that. Like I'm not.
And like sometimes the response you're gonna get from that is you're going to your favorite game store and you're like, hey, I'm paying $70 and this other store's paying $35. What's going on, guys? And sometimes they're like, yeah, I'm sorry, that's just how our store manager is doing it. And you know what? Unfortunately, the best thing you can do is, okay, I'm sorry, guys. Well, I can't, be in this event. I'm not gonna buy this. I'm gonna go to the other store where they're selling it for the actual value of what it's actually supposed to be sold at.
Yeah, and like it sucks because like those game stores are just trying to make the profit, and so they're just working the system there. And like the game stores that are just selling it at MSRP are not making the same cuts that like making the same amounts. And so like maybe if that game store that's scalping it, one sale will be the same as if that smaller game store that's selling it at MSRP is selling 3 of them. Like you know what I mean? Like it's just hard because it's like you technically have to buy 3 times as much at the smaller game store or like the honest game store to be equal. You know what I mean? So it's like a lot of these game stores that do charge MSRP often are the first ones to close. Yeah. That's just the reality of it. And it's like, this is so sad, you know?
It is unfortunate because obviously like these smaller stores and they're like, we just want to, have people buy these at honest prices because they're just like us. Mm-hmm. They want to buy things at reasonable prices too. So it does suck when you see a game store that like as beloved as it is and when they start overcharging for stuff that's like, guys, like I can't be dropping over $100 on a pre-con. I'm sorry.
Yeah, a lot of times like of a pre-con set of 4, they're supposed to be MSRP like 45, something like that, 50, whatever.
And of course it depends on like product, what's in the pre-cons. Obviously, recently we've been seeing pre-cons get higher and higher in value and what they have. So
even then, the game stores are buying it directly at a flat price with the intention of selling it for a flat price.
Right.
And so even if the cards inside are worth more, like you can still be honest and sell it. Like you're guaranteed profits because you're buying and selling at fixed numbers, right? But like just because you saw, they printed like a demonic tutor in this pre-con, that means they're going to charge $200 for it. It's like, no, you're going to like that's not fair.
Yeah.
I mean, and like ultimately what that does is that means that a lot of people can't access that product anymore, which I think is the ultimate problem, right? If you're taking things away from people that like can't keep up with scalper prices, then like you're just hurting more of the game community that wants to play the pieces, you know what I mean?
And at the end of the day, you're hurting your own sales.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of times the scalpers don't even like play the game.
They don't play the game.
And the people paying the scalper prices don't even don't even play the pieces that they buy. They just like are collectors or like want to keep it scrolled away somewhere forever, which is like that's a whole complicated issue.
That's a whole other thing.
But if it's just honest people that just want to play the card, then like that just sucks. So they can't get it, and they have to pay scalper prices if they want to.
And there's like a difference between people who want to be collectors versus people who are scalpers, because like scalpers. They 100% they're only gonna buy this so they can resell it and they can make monetary value off of it.
Instant profit.
People who are collectors, there might be a chance they might buy a whole bunch of something and then hold on to it and turn around and sell it later. But at least they're still like, oh dang, like, hey, this set like it's $50. Maybe there's some cool cards in it, but whatever. But then there could be another set that comes around and be like, oh, this is $150, but it has some really cool cards in it. And you know what? Maybe right now these cards aren't of any value, but they're just really pretty. The art is beautiful. Like, I want to be one of those people that has these beautiful art-covered cards. And even then, I still don't necessarily follow along the lines in that collector sense. I still, like, if I get a card, I'm going to use it. I'm not going to hold on and collect it and be like, oh. But it's just... the scalpers and it's overtaking everything. I think also it does kind of rely on the people who sell the product to be more diligent too. So like game stores, yes, they're doing more to make it harder, but there's some other areas of merchandise where they are not doing that same thing. So like I don't know if anyone's ever heard of or seen of, but back when Demon Slayer was doing their merchandise in theaters for when the movie was coming out, they had very specific popcorn little like pockets, and they had cups, very personalized cups with Demon Slayer. And I'm not even a huge fan of Demon Slayer, but I heard about how there were people buying up like so many of the cups and so many of the popcorn bowls and then reselling them for like double, triple, like quadruple their prices.
Yeah, that's like the Starbucks cups too right now.
The
like
Starbucks cups
teddy bear
too,
cup,
yes.
like selling for like $200 and they're like a $20 cup or something.
And it's getting annoying because like it's just annoying. Like first off, like if you like it, cool, that's one thing. If you want to try to buy it though, it's just like
if you're trying to flip a profit off of it, then like, come on.
Come on.
Like I know like money's hard for everyone, but like it's just like you're doing something that's intentionally hurting people that generally just want happiness from the product.
Right.
So, yeah, I don't have much more to talk about on this topic.
Yeah,
I think most people are pretty honest and like want to do what they can. So really, the only advice we can give off is support the people that are not doing that.
Support people who are trying to be as honest as they can.
Yeah.
And then if it is without your budget, then it's just without your budget. At least in the card community, we can diligently say proxy.
No, that's always an option too. Yeah.
Proxy the fuck out of those cards that you really want, but you cannot afford.
Yeah.
Proxy the fuck out of them.
Yeah.
Do not ever feel shame and the fact to be like, I cannot buy this,
don't let that push you out.
$200 card. Hobby. And be like, I really want to play this in my deck, but I can't. Just proxy it.
Yeah.
Just proxy.
Okay.
Mama.
And that wraps up that. Enduring curiosity.
Enduring curiosity. So, Seth.
Hey, John.
We have to end things on a sad note.
A sad note.
This is the end of season 1.
Season 1, y'all. Don't get it twisted.
Don't get it twisted. It's just the end of the first season. But
hopefully,
Curl's hair, we have another season coming up.
It's in the works.
It's in the works.
Let us know. I mean, maybe too late. But let us know what you like, what you don't like. True.
Yeah.
We definitely always would like ideas for episodes.
We love any kind of feedback at all.
Yeah. And it's been really fun doing this. I love just talking Magic and having our unique spin of this show, which is our queer side of things and like our perspective.
Our casual side of things too.
And like just talking about what things that make us happy in the game and like, I definitely am glad that we're getting our voice out and hopefully people resonate with that.
Hopefully you guys are resonating with how personal we're trying to make it. A little bit more personal. A little bit more goofy, a little bit more personal. Yeah. I definitely want it to feel like you watch all those other channels, you listen to all those other podcasts, and obviously they're talking gaming and they're more serious and they're more like, strategy and stuff like that. And we're over here being like, okay, so after you just played your game, let's talk about our feelings. Oh my God.
I mean, I definitely love like having like sweaty games too, but it's like I like being a holistic person who like knows how to be respectful to my friends and have good experiences and communicate and shit. Right. Be nice.
See, I'm like, Mama, if I'm not at the gym, why am I sweating?
And also, just so y'all know, John is the left kitty and I'm the right kitty. Seth's the right kitty. In case you didn't know.
I'm the cute one, and he's the child cat.
I'm precious. Oh, and you have cards because you like having no max hand size. And I like.
Oh, I love cards with no maximum hand size.
And I like to brew. That's why I have a little brew.
Yeah, that's why he has the cauldron.
Yeah, the cauldron.
Should we change it up for season 2?
We should.
Make different.
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure out different archetypes for our cats.
Yeah.
Or maybe we just get more stylized, and then now my cards have like one of each of like the colors, and like I have black mana and I have white mana.
I'll let you do that.
and then I'm like casting like a thunderbolt from my mouth, and I'm like,
damn, litty kitty over there.
Little kitty.
But yeah, thank you guys for listening so much.
Thank you guys so much for listening.
It's really fun.
Yeah, if you. Obviously, we're gonna say it all the time. Like, comment, subscribe. Dip your toes in the only cards. Like I don't know. Obviously, do what you want. I've never been a big forcing people to like, comment, and subscribe. I think everyone just says it because obviously we want to get more out there.
Yeah, I'm not doing this for the likes and subscribes.
Yeah, I'm not. We're not really doing this for the likes and subscribes. If you like, if you subscribe, if you comment, if you share, if you want to do it if it feels good.
Share this to another friend of yours that you're like, maybe they'll like this content.
Right.
I think that's the best way. Because then ultimately what happens is you both grow as a friend because you get to talk about something you both experienced.
You just listened to Enduring Curiosity.
Feel free to check out another episode.
And this is your host, Jon
and Sethy.
Bye.